Right, hello, welcome back to another video. We are the Fairway Finders. My name's Tom, his name's Harrison.
I'm Harrison.
And today we're going to be teaching you lovely lot how to hit the fade and the draw. Let's get started.
Let's go.
Bosh.
Okay, so first of all, what is a fade? A fade is a golf shot that starts left of the target line and then curves from the left to the right back towards the target line but doesn't quite cross it.
No.
Yeah, so it's a nice little starts left, moves back onto target. So what actually creates the fade? First of all, we need a club path which is travelling to the left, so out to in for, well, to the left for a right-handed golfer or out to in.
Yep.
We need a club face which is pointing left of target, so slightly shut to the target, but it has to be open to the path.
Yes.
Yeah. So we need that club face pointing left to start the ball left, but open to the direction of the club path to actually get that left to right curvature on it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right then. So club path.
Yes.
How are we going to start moving it around? The easiest way to move your club path around is through your body alignment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's a massive influence of club path. So Tom, if you can just set up square away to that target for us, as you normally would. Okay, perfect.
In there.
That's it. So if we get this alignment, so we can see here that Tom is nicely square to the target. Now, try and get a little bit more open. So you're going to get those feet pointing left, knees, hips, shoulders, chest, everything pointing left. And now we can see that everything's going left of target. That's going to help get that club path a little bit out to it. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Perfect. And now the second thing is that club face.
Yes.
We want that face looking at the target for a longer amount of time. We don't want it flipping over because that's going to cause a bit of a pull shot if you've got an out to in path. So we need that club face looking at the target for a long period of time. So you just do a little rehearsal for me, Tom, where you feel like the back of your left hand, so that foot jaw you've got on your glove, feel like it stays pointed at the target for a long time, and then you can release on through, can't you? Almost like you're trying to hold that club face off.
Yeah, the last thing we want to do is get that toe turning over and giving it that one, don't we?
Yeah, that's pull hook city, isn't it?
Yes. Up my street.
Right, okay, so give us a demo, T.
Right.
So you get first things, you're going to set up. You're going to get everything pointing a little bit left of target there, a little bit open.
Yep.
And then all you're going to do, you're going to feel like the back of your left hand stays pointing at the target for longer as that club moves left.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Bit like that one.
Bit like that one, yeah. All right, perfect. So we can see the numbers there, that Tom's club path was 3.1 degrees to the left. His face angle was 1.8 degrees left of target, but importantly, it was a smaller number than the path, which means it was open to the path. And that's where we see that nice, tiny little bit of curvature there. It's a nice tight fade, that, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah?
Just like that one.
Exactly, just like that.
Easy.
So if you're on the range and you're playing around with this, and you might not have TrackMan with you to tell you the numbers. So the easiest way to figure out what's happening is to analyse the ball flight. If you're trying all these things and you just see that golf ball going straight left of target, you hit a big pull, then that club face is just pointing too far to the left and it's matching the direction of the club path. So you're going to have to feel like you hold that club face a little bit longer, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit more, yeah.
Vice versa, if you feel like you're holding that club face and the golf ball is starting to the right and it's getting a little bit slicey off to the right, you're going to have to feel like you close that club face a little bit more. So there's just a couple of keys and pointers to help you actually analyse your own golf swing and your own ball flight and just play around with it. Yeah, the easiest way to start shaping shots is to play around with it.
Absolutely.
I'd say go for more curvature first and then try and rein it in. So go on, try and hit a big slicey number for us now, T.
Big slicey number.
Yeah.
So exaggerating the numbers I've just hit, really, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. There you go.
Well, that one. Now, yes, that's still a fade, but that's a strong fade because of my path, if you can just see it there.
So that club path has gone up by quite a bit, up to 7 degrees. Face angle stayed fairly relative, only a degree difference in that, but you can see more curvature because the difference between the direction the club path was travelling and where the face is pointing has been bigger, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So you can get a bit more of a slicey number. So first things first with the fade, just a recap, body alignment, pointing left. Yep. That's it. And then on the way through, feel like the back of that left hand is facing the target for longer. You're really going to hold that club face through the hitting area and play around with it. Try and hit some big ones, try and hit some tighter ones, play around with it.
Absolutely.
Onto the draw?
Onto the draw.
Let's do it.
Bosh. Right, so that was the fade. Now onto the draw, and basically H is just going to do everything that he's just said, but the opposite.
Basically, yeah. Done.
Right, no, so if the fade was the path and the face aiming left, the draw is going to be the path and the face aiming slightly to the right. So, first of all, what is the draw? A draw is a golf shot that starts to the right, curves back from right to left, and gets onto target. Again, we don't want this one, especially the draw, over-drawing, getting into a hook that can get us in a lot of danger, So, first things first, let's get that path to the right. So if you just set up like you normally would, mate, just towards target for me. Again, H, as you can see, his shoulders, his hips, his feet, everything is going towards target. Now, if you can slide them so you're pointing to the right for me, please, mate. Perfect. Now, as you can see, again, H's shoulders, his hips, and his feet are all aiming ever so slightly to the right. If we're hitting that draw, that path has to go to the right. Now that we've sorted the path out, all we've got to do now is control the face. Now, the draw is a little bit harder than the fade in this scenario, because the last thing me and H would ever tell you to do is just roll those wrists around at impact. That is going to be very inconsistent. Yeah. A lot of things can go wrong there. So, an easier way to do this is, if you just set up for me there, please, H. Right, and just do a takeaway for me there, please, mate. Right, so in the takeaway position here, I want us to feel that the face is in a really strong position. So we're going to feel as if that face is almost pointing down towards the ground there. Again, in this scenario, if we start overhooking it, we can always self-correct this. It's trial and error when you're down onto the range. Good. And as you're following through, mate, I just want you to feel as if the toe of the golf club is going to get itself to the ball first. Again, this is not going to be by turning those hands over. We're not playing tennis here. We just want to feel as if the toe of the golf club is getting there first. Right, so, let's see it, mate. First of all, let's start the ball to the right and see if we can curve him back to the left and hit target. Okay, perfect. Definitely started right. Might just be a little bit of an overcook, that. No, it's a perfect golf shot. Didn't pick up the numbers. Classic. Bosh. Right, okay. Take two, that was a perfect shot from H, definitely a little bit of a draw, just didn't pick up the numbers for us. So, do that again for me there, please, H.
Just got a blame track on, haven't we?
Exactly that, mate. Perfect, started right, nice and lovely. Right, okay, so, glad you did that actually, because now we can talk through, if you was to hit this shot, both with the fade or the draw, where you've overcooked it, we can have these feelings now of doing everything just a little bit less.
Exactly, yeah.
So, the path was right enough. Again, you're not going to have these numbers if you've not got the TrackMan behind you, but that's too much curve, so now we're going to feel as if we're open the face. So, we're not going to do that feeling as much on the takeaway for me there, H. That club's not going to be as quite of a strong position, good, and then the toe's not going to deliver itself as early as it just did then. Superb. Very good. So again, path decreased then, face was still relatively the same. So, let's have one more from you, H. Let's do that a little bit less for me there, mate. Again, he's just reining it in shot by shot, and then once you've found the feeling, run with it, repeat it. Very good, started a little bit further to the right, that one, and there we go, it's a lovely shot.
Nice little draw.
Perfect, just left of the line. Now, really important in this, to pick a target before you start to shoot. Before you start to hit on the range, obviously. Because if you're just whacking away, you don't really know where your golf ball's going to land, because you don't really know where you're aiming unless you've popped an alignment stick down like this. So again, that's really important. But, for the fade and the draw, that's it right there.
Done.
Right, okay. Bosh.
Right, there you have it. Draw and the fade, easy as that. Fade, aim left, open the face.
Yep.
Draw, aim right, close the face.
Absolutely.
Do it. But have a play around with it, see how much and how little shape that you can put on the golf ball. And if you want to see us coach you any other shots, put it in the comment section below. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
Bosh.
Bosh.